ain't going away. They told me I was wrong, but look at my ass today. Da 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 da.
Yo guys, what's going on? I'm Tim. Quick addition to this week's predictions because we've just had a busy week with covering the baseball and our personal lives. It's just me this week, by the way. So we'll start in Chicago, where Chicago is hosting Carolina. In this game, I have Chicago taking this one. Soldier Field is just a tough place to go into, and for a young guy like Cam Newton, I think he's going to cool down a little bit. I like the Bears 20-10. San Francisco going into Philly, I think the Eagles should get back on track with this one. I like the Eagles in this game 24-10. Game 3, Buffalo hosting Cincy. I like Buffalo in this one. Buffalo is a hot team right now. Ryan Fitzpatrick is shocking the world except me, because I told you guys he was real good at the beginning of this season. But the overall team success has really surprised me. In this game, I think I'm going to take Buffalo 30-17. Game 4, you got Tennessee going into Cleveland. I look for Chris Johnson to get back on track in this game. While the Browns are probably going to be getting Peyton Hillis back, I like a big game out of Chris Johnson. Matt Hasselbeck's done pretty well. I'll go 22-17 Titans. Dallas and Detroit, I think the most interesting game this week. Detroit heading into Dallas, well, and the Jets and the Ravens is pretty interesting too. But Detroit going to Dallas. Dallas is a team that still has a lot of questions right now. Detroit is hot right now, and I'm not a believer in what Dallas has done so far. They barely beat the 49ers and they barely beat the Redskins. And regardless of what the Redskins have done so far, they're not a good team. I'll take Detroit in this game 28-24. Minnesota going into Kansas City, 2 0-3 teams, which is kind of surprising. I'm less surprised by Minnesota, but Kansas City's just been a huge disappointment this season. I like Minnesota in this game. I think Adrian Peterson and Donovan McNabb get their first win together. I'll go 20-10 or 21-10. Yeah, let's go with that. Washington heading into St. Louis. That should be another good game. Washington, as I said, has been hot so far. St. Louis has somewhat struggled, but I think St. Louis is the better team in this case, and I'm going to take St. Louis 17-14 in a close game. New Orleans going into Jacksonville, still on the 1 o'clock games, which most of the games are. New Orleans heads into Jacksonville this week. I like New Orleans in this game. I mean, what has Jacksonville done that has made you think anything positive about that team? New Orleans can hang with anybody offensively. They got to get their defense together, and the Jaguars' offense with a young quarterback like Blaine Gabbert in there is probably the team to do that. So give me New Orleans in this game 35-10. Or 7. Let's go 7. I'm picking 10 too much. Pittsburgh goes into Houston. That's another interesting matchup this week. This is still a 1 o'clock game at Reliance Stadium in Houston. Wow, I do these picks straight up live. I don't write them down or anything. And thinking about this game, I like the Steelers in this one. I think defensively they should help shut down the Texans' offense. I'll take the Steelers 20-14. New York Giants, or the New York Football Giants, are heading into Arizona. I think off a huge win last week. A lot of teams, and we saw it the Falcons last week. They'll have a huge win, and both the wins obviously against the Eagles. They'll have a huge win, and then the next week they won't show up as much. In Arizona, I think Kevin Kolb, Larry Fitzgerald, and the Cardinals and company and everybody involved will win that game. I'm gonna go. Let me think about this one. 24-17 Cards. Atlanta going into Seattle, easy win for Atlanta in this game. They'll win this one 28-10. Denver heading into Green Bay. I like Green Bay in this game. Aaron Rodgers has just come out firing again, and the Packers look once again like a Super Bowl contender, as I thought they would be. So I'll take Green Bay in this game 27-14. 10. No, 14. Let's go with 14. New England goes into Oakland, and a matchup that's actually become really interesting. New England coming off a tough loss to Buffalo. Oakland has surprised a lot of people. They appear right now to be the second, maybe even in some people's mind, the first or the best team in that division. I'll take New England though. Tom Brady, 28-20. I think this will be closer than most people think. Miami going into San Diego at 4:15 start time. I like San Diego. Phillip Rivers he hasn't been great so far. I think he'll have a nice game today, or in this game, 28-14, or 13. The Dolphins' offense has just been awful so far. Jets going to Baltimore, Sunday Night Football, which is much more interesting than the Monday Night Football game. None of the Monday Night Football games so far really caught my eye. Jets and Baltimore. I'm going to go with the Jets in this game. I think that they know how to play that smash mouth style. Or no, let me switch that pick real quick. Let me go with Baltimore because I like the way they're playing right now. The mix of run and pass. Joe Flacco's looked good so far. Ray Rice has, and the elite defense of the Ravens, which obviously Rex Ryan knows some of their tricks, but I like them in that game nonetheless. Monday Night Football, Indiana. The Colts go into Tampa Bay. That's how tired I am that I said Indiana. Colts go into Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay should have an easy win here, 24-7. Curtis Painter starting. I'll go 27-14 just to please some Colts fans there. So that's our week 4 NFL picks. We've been really busy lately, and we've been busy trying to cover all this stuff at the same time. The product will get better. The previews for this round, I know were not very good. They will for certain get better for the AL Championship and the World Series, ALCS and NLCS. I'm tired as hell, so I'm going to end this video before I say something that is really stupid. I'll see you guys.